Hi guys and girls, thanks for clicking on my channel. My name's Steve. My YouTube channel is Steve the Transit Camper. If you've clicked on this video, it's because you want to save money using your Thermacell, and I've got just the hack for you. Stick around. Okay, so before we have a quick look at the hack, I would like you to just click on that button and like and subscribe, please. Support my channel to grow. Doing well. I've been going for about 18 months now, and things are going really well for me. So I'd really appreciate if you jumped on board and hit the notifications to see all my latest releases as they come. So let's not mess about. Let's get round to the hack. And we are talking about the Thermacell, which is this type. So with this type you get refillable bottles, and I'll take that out and show you now. And I've found a way to put a valve in the bottle and refill them for probably a fifth of the price. Let me show you how I did it. Okay, so this is the device I used. There are all different makes now. This one's about 4 years old, and it's the Thermacell MR300. Now they all use the same cartridge essentially. So if you undo the bottom and they just unscrew, and that's your cartridge. As you can see, mine is full. There is a one-way valve there that you can't do anything with to be able to refill the gas. And at the bottom, prior to me doing this hack, there is just a tiny ball bearing pushed into a long hole, which means you cannot put any more gas in. So essentially you use these, they last so many hours, not long at all, probably 3 or 4 nights, and then you just throw them away. And they're the Thermacell butane cartridge, as you can read there. So let me show you what I did. Essentially, make sure that your gas cylinder is absolutely empty before you can do anything. Once you're confident it's empty, all you do is get a small spike and push the ball bearing, and it will drop inside there. The ball bearing diameter is probably about 1.5 millimeters, that's all. Then, you know you're free of gas, you get yourself a drill bit. So the drill bit that I used was 4 millimeters. It wouldn't matter if it was a little bit bigger, say 4.2. You will also need a gas valve. These are ready available on eBay. It looks as though there's just one company that makes them. It took me ages and ages to find these, but that's it there. And as you can see, it's like an ordinary cigarette lighter. If I push that valve goes in, and that is what your gas cylinder will push onto, and it fills up through a little hole in the side and refills your cartridge. So you will need one of those. Now the company that provides these also sends you this tool. It's a superbly designed tool, and it helps you push your valve in. So that just drops into there. Turn it until it's like a screwdriver bit into it. And then once you've drilled your 4 millimeter hole, you push this into the hole, turning and compressing eventually that O-ring onto the bottom of your cylinder. Once you've screwed it all the way into your cylinder, don't over tighten it, because you'll just squash out that O-ring and then you won't get a good gas seal. What I did then was, once I tightened it all up, I then put glue around the outside of that valve. I don't think you actually need to do that, but I'm a bit overkill in everything I do. So I used a glue that hardens under ultraviolet light and just squirted it all around, hardened it off, and that just ensures that that's not going to do anything and I don't want it to do. But if I'm honest, you don't need to do that. Just drill a 4 mil hole straight through there, like so. Get your tool, put your valve on, and keep it very, very square, and squeeze that in and tighten it down, and don't over tighten it because the O-ring will squeeze out. But that is it. These are £8.50 each on average across the internet. Absolutely ridiculous. I now use this, which is ordinary cigarette lighter fuel, and that can be anything from £2.99 at a market to about £5.50 in the shops, and that will refill your gas cartridge many, many times, and it will save you an absolute fortune. So that's the hack from me. Do that. I will leave the link in the description of where to get these gas valves from. There is only one seller on eBay, and it's taken me 6-7 months to find these. I've known what I've wanted, and I've tried getting them out of cigarette lighters and things like that. I've known exactly what I wanted, but I've never been able to get it. But I will leave the link to these in the description. And I think these were £10 for 2, which includes the tool. Every time you buy one of these, you get a tool. So it's absolutely brilliant. So there we are. That is the hack that saved me an absolute fortune for my Thermacell MR300. Now, the only other thing is I am experimenting with putting different liquids to repel mosquitoes on this little heater. I'll keep you posted about that. And finally, I want to give a massive shout out to Outside a Tank, and that's Lee, because I won his competition, Spin the Wheel, on his YouTube channel, and I won myself this hat from the Steak Detective and this sauce, Liberation sauce, which I haven't managed to try yet. Is it Liberation? It is Liberation sauce, and that's steak sauce. I haven't had a chance to try it yet, but I absolutely love my hat. I don't wear hats normally, and it's still got the label on it, look. But I will be using this tank, and I totally appreciate that you let me join your competition. And for the first time ever on YouTube, I won something. So I'm really, really pleased. Thank you very much, Lee. Absolutely appreciate that. This is Lee. This is his channel, Outside a Tank. It's all stealth camping in a lot of military gear, and it's, you know, leaving no trace. It's absolutely brilliant. Well worth a look. Go and have a look. He's got about the same subscribers as me, and he's a guy that I've met on YouTube, and I absolutely love him. Honest, great bloke. And he's Welsh. I'm half Welsh, so that kind of counts. Anyway, thanks very much. Really appreciate you popping along for this. I hope you do the hack. If you need any tips or anything like that, email me, not email me, put it in the comments, or email me, do what you want really. Be very, very careful when you do this. I'm not going to take responsibility for the danger. Just make sure the gas cartridge is empty before you pop that little ball bearing down into the cartridge, and it can stay there. Once that's done, everything's safe. Very carefully drill that hole, then get your tool and your gas valve, screw it in. You don't need to thread it, just screw it in. It'll create its own thread in the plastic, and it should be gas tight, and it's absolutely amazing. Save yourself some money. Thanks for watching Steve the Transit Camper. Really appreciate you coming along. Take care.